Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a Who review. I am Davros and I am a Whovian, and today I review Doctor Who, The Unquiet Dead. So this is, the third episode of the first series of the Revived and that, and in this one the Doctor and Rose attempt to head for 1860 but find themselves in Cardiff 1869, where they encounter alien ghosts from the other side of the universe called the Gelf that are taking over dead bodies, and also the Doctor wants to help them and understand them, which he does do, only to find that it was all a ruse and that they wanted, to take over, the dead and take over the Earth. And they're ghosts that energize through gas. And of course, the maid Gwyneth, played by Myles, is also like sort of serves as like a vessel for these ghosts. And also they get Charles Dickens in on the action. So that's the story there. So what did I like about this? Well, in 2005 I thought this was a great episode. I still think it's a good episode now. We get some ghosts, we get some Unquiet Dead, as the title says. And I thought this was good writing from Mark Gatiss. It was the first one of the Revived era to not be written by Russell T Davies, but Mark Gatiss. And I thought the writing in this was good. It was very bleak and very gothic, and also it was set around Christmas time. I feel this will be the closest we'll ever see the Ninth Doctor to being in a Christmas episode, because we all know Eccleston only did one series, so I feel this is the best we've got. But despite it being set on Christmas Eve 1869, it actually isn't the full main focus of the episode. The main focus is the Gelf and what they want and how they, lure them into a trap and everything. But in the end, Charles Dickens, sort of saves the day, kind of, by switching off the gas, and then Gwen sacrificing herself. Not only that, this is the first story that introduces the Rift, which is above Cardiff. Now, this, I feel, set things in motion for the spin-off show Torchwood. So I think Torchwood is something Russell T Davies came up with before he decided to bring back Doctor Who, and he thought, I'll bring it into the Whoniverse, which I thought was very clever. So this was like kind of a beginning, like a foreshadowing, because they do go back to Cardiff later on in the series about the Rift, and the Rift is where we find the Gelf coming from as well, through that. And the Doctor explains it's a weak point in time and space where things can come through from the past and the future. And it's in Cardiff. So we get that storytelling in there. And like I say, it kind of prepares things in motion for Torchwood, I feel. I also thought Simon Callow as Charles Dickens, he was just perfect. He was just brilliant as Charles, and I thought they couldn't have picked a better guest actor to play that role. And, he was just fantastic playing his part. Billie Piper as well, she was beautiful and brilliant as she was in the first two episodes. First episode where we see her in a different costume, like in a, historical one. And Christopher Eccleston as the Doctor, what can I say, big thumbs up from his performance as the Doctor, he was great. And also Myles playing Gwyneth, she too was great in this, and they brought her back for Torchwood. So I think, well, no, I think she obviously is an ancestor of Gwen Cooper in Torchwood, and she too was great as a maid in it. I also thought the visual effects on the Gelf were good, the way they were voiced and they looked like innocent children. Well, they did sound like that. And they had good visuals on them. Very deceiving, and I liked that, how they did it. And, excuse me. Apologies there. I just set off the Alexa thing by talking. It must have picked up something I said there. Sorry about that. Little blooper there for you. But back to the review. This was, like I say, a good one. The setting as well, the scenery they set up for this episode with the snow and the Victorian setting, I thought was visually brilliant too, practical and that. Is there anything I didn't like about this episode? I can't think of anything negative to say, other than it's a good episode and you should check it out. So, my ratings for the Unquiet Dead, what am I going to give it? The performances, you know what, I'll give them a 10, the writing a 9, the visuals an 8, and my personal a 9, because I just enjoyed this one a lot. So there you go, and we get a lot of good references to A Christmas Carol in there too, with him being Charles Dickens in it. So yeah, have you seen this one? Let me know down in the comments below if you have. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. All of my social media links are linked down below in the description, so feel free to check all that out. I've been Davros, the Whovian, and this has been a Who Review. So until next time, run for your life.